All right, folks, so the Golden Globes, of course, have happened now. Crazy ceremony. My thoughts about that are up there. And to prepare for it, I watched Minari, among other films. So let's talk about it. All right, folks, so Minari. Firstly, Lee Isaac Chung directed this film. It's truly incredible direction. It's a masterclass in direction. Very comparable even to Chloe Zhao in Nomadland, who, frankly, some of the best direction of this year, of last year, I suppose. But great stuff from Lee Isaac Chung. All of the acting here is stellar. It's a bit of an ensemble film, so you have like 5 or 6 people that are all just really great. And then on top of that, I'd say the score is great. But something that really jumped out to me was the cinematography. I'm truly hoping, I know this one's sort of vying for like a 5th slot right now in the cinematography category, but I think it's in some incredible cinematography. I don't know if it's the best of the year. I think personally Nomadland and Mank probably have better, but some great stuff. And then at its core, Minari is just a really heartwarming story about a family and about familial connections. It's no matter the fact that it's in the 1980s or on a farm in Arkansas, everyone can sort of relate to that and find that element within the film. With all that said, though, this movie suffers from being incredibly slow. So I said in my Nomadland review, which is up there, that film benefited from being slow at times. It needed to explore that side of people. This film doesn't really benefit from it. It drags sequences. A lot of the film is just unfortunately boring. And I think that's just a part of the fact that it is a story about, people on a farm growing these crops, and it's just in general the story to begin with, the premise doesn't warrant a 2-hour runtime. Doesn't need all these various scenes doing these things. Some people will disagree, obviously, but I personally have to not think of it less, because it's still an excellent film technically wise, but just it's not one of my favorites because of the fact that it is so slow. And then major spoilers here right now if you haven't seen the film. And then I did leave the film, obviously I've had time to process it, but I left the film with a sour taste in my mouth because the big plot point at the end is that the whole family's fighting, the dad and the mom are about to split up, and the grandma burns all of his crops that he was about to sell. And so I get it. I get that it makes the family closer together, but I'm not sure there's a logical explanation as to why she burned the crops. It feels a little cheap, not really rewarded for the story. And then again, are we really just going to throw out that whole narrative of the family fighting this whole time in place of an easy answer? It didn't sit right with me. So to sum it up, a masterclass in directing, excellent technically film in all the technical regards, but just very slow. I struggle with the score for this one. Originally, I gave it a B after seeing it. I still sometimes think of it as a B, but I think just because of how technically proficient it is, the directing, the score, the cinematography, and the acting, I think it has to be an A. Yeah, I think it has to be a low A for me. Not one of my personal favorites, a well-made film. But yeah, right now I'm going to have to go with an A. But again, I do always reserve the right to change it depending on how I feel, how I continue to process it. So Minari, as of right now, gets an A. All right, folks, so that's Minari. Obviously a major Oscar contender, possibly Best Picture. I'm going to review all of those in case you didn't know, all the Best Picture nominated films. I'm not sure, since Minari, my original plan was not to release a review of Minari, even though I saw it, because it didn't come out last weekend. I was only going to review 2021 films at their release date weekend. But now I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. This might just be a one-time thing, just because it's prevalent right now after the Globes and award season. But I don't know. I'm also going to review The Mauritanian, which should be up either before or after this. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye.